In ancient Egypt, the enemies of Ramses III tried to have him killed by using wax images that looked like him. As the story goes, these dolls were alive and would curse anyone who shared their resemblance. Dolls are still associated with curses and the occult to this very day, and it's safe to say that won't change anytime soon. Allegedly, there are quite a few spirits and demons inhabiting dolls around the world. Let's take a look at a few of these haunted dolls. Find out what I believe. The one doll that most people will be aware of is Annabelle. Nope, not this one. This one is the Hollywood version and way more creepier than the real Annabelle. Here she is. That's right, this is the famous and terrifyingly creepy Annabelle, a Raggedy Ann doll. Quite the difference when you look at them side by side. This doll, according to Ed and Lorraine Warren, was given to a nurse in 1970. When the doll started behaving strangely, a medium told the nurse that a dead girl by the name of Annabelle Higgins was living in the doll. The nurse and her roommate apparently tried to coexist with this possessed doll, but when the doll's intention shifted to a more sadistic, evil behavior, they got in touch with the Warrens. They took the doll away, stating it is demonically possessed, and now it sits in their museum behind this locked cabinet. A priest visits every once in a while to bless the cabinet with holy water. Now, this claim about the Annabelle doll was made by Ed and Lorraine Warren. Ed and Lorraine Warren were paranormal investigators and self-proclaimed demonologists, but that's the only evidence, their word. No photos, no audio, just what they tell us. Another famously possessed doll is this guy, who goes by the name of Robert. This fella was supposedly given to Robert Eugene Otto. He went by the name Gene though, in 1906. Robert is about 3 feet tall and stuffed with straw. What's very odd about this one is the relationship that was shared with the doll. Gene would bring Robert everywhere with him and talk to the doll as if it were alive. When Gene was a child, he would blame Robert for accidents around the house, and Gene's parents, as well as some of their friends, admit they heard Gene talking to the doll, and in some cases a different voice could be heard answering back. Gene was already known to be a bit of an eccentric, as you can see by his home, and the older Gene got, the more odd the relationship with Robert got as well. There were rumors that he took the attic of his home and designed it like a child's room and put furniture and toys for Robert. In 1974, when Gene passed away, Robert was left in the attic. People in the house reported giggling and footsteps above them, and people passing by the house could swear they saw a small figure peeking down at them from the attic window. After Gene died in 1974, Myrtle Reuter bought the place. One story is that Myrtle's daughter befriended Robert until Robert began torturing her. The other story is that Myrtle kept Robert until she couldn't handle his malicious behavior. Either way sounds awful, and either way has no physical proof. Robert can now be seen in a glass box at the Fort East Martello Museum. He loves candy, apparently, and receives letters from people asking for his forgiveness. I guess they said or did something Robert didn't like. One thing is for certain, Robert has a temper. Now just this year, Debbie Merrick bought a doll from a thrift store and things just went sideways from there. She claims the smoke alarm keeps going off, the floorboards are creaking even though everyone is in bed, and then one morning her husband tells her he has little scratches on his leg. Debbie put the doll in a box and locked it in the tool shed. The next time she went to check on the doll, she swears the necklace was taken off. She said she was going to try and sell it on eBay or give it away. She did end up selling it, and the new owner now is making claims that the doll is acting strangely.
Yeah. Now, so the doll, after we saw her last, she was bought for over £800, I might add. But she seems she's been up to her old tricks again. So as you can see, we have Ghost Hunter, Yvette Fielding here, and also joining us, a psychic who's been working with the doll, and that is Deborah Davis. So, Deborah, you didn't buy the doll. Lee Steer bought the doll.
That's right.
And he buys haunted things. That's his kind of hobby, or allegedly haunted things.
Yeah.
There are quite a few other haunted and possessed dolls out there. In fact, there's no shortage of them. Just look on eBay. People are selling supposed haunted and possessed dolls all the time. Here is a demonically possessed doll for only 1 cent. Sounds like a bargain. The description reads, very haunted, very evil. I think I'll pass. Here's another one. Haunted Entity Seance Vintage Porcelain Doll, Clara, bound and active. This has a creepy black and white photo of what I guess is the little girl that haunts this doll. There is an incredible backstory too. The seller claims that you can hear hushed, soft whispers and humming. Her hands are always repositioning, and that you'll feel a true presence of sadness through her. Then you get to the bottom of the page. For entertainment purposes only. And then you do have some alleged haunted dolls caught on camera. In this one, the fright on her face looks so believable, but to me, it looks like it was just a prank. What do you think? This one here shows the doll moving suddenly. You see? But to me, it looks like the doll just tipped over. What are your thoughts? Now this one I have a concern about its validity. As you can see, the mother is filming her daughter. But there is that creepy doll in the background. And there, see that? The doll moved its arm and made whatever that was roll away. Now the problem I have is, why was that doll even in the frame? It's almost like this was planned. I have trouble buying this one. With everything I could find on these haunted, possessed, demonic, whatever you want to call them, dolls, it seems to me you either believe or you don't believe. And the stronger the belief, the stronger the haunting. So I'm just going to jump right out there and say it. Do I believe in haunted dolls? I don't believe in haunted dolls. Kinda. This one was difficult because there was no evidence that proves that it was the doll that was specifically haunted. It could be some other presence around at that time, and the doll at that moment was moved by the presence, used as a conduit for that moment only. Or maybe it's all just make-believe, and the whole thing is just in people's imaginations and their minds playing tricks on them. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and then subscribe, as there's more videos on the way. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter, so that way then you'll get a heads up when my video is about to be released. Thanks for watching. And once again, if you can't make me believe, it's just make-believe. See you later.